it was always going to come because we got that big. Remember, the government, what they're going to do is they can't stop it, so you control it, so you give them a license.
You need to explain that because I don't think people understand the depth of that.
Well, listen, you can keep making money illegally, or I want some of that. So let's give them a license, make them feel that we're doing them a favour. But the powers that be that gave Gordon Stroke us the money were up there, and they don't care about they don't care about you. They care about the money that they can make. It's the same with rap. They don't care about rap. They care about records or people that they didn't care about before, only because it can make them money. That's all it is. You know, culturally, rap isn't or hip hop isn't black or white. Culturally, rap is a phenomena that nobody, including us, definitely me, didn't know it was going to go this far. What I knew was this was my life. My life came into being because of rap music. Don't get me wrong, I was already doing all of that, but let's take it back so you can get some context. So the reason why Mastermind started to flag, flop, whatever you want to call it, is because we discovered hip hop DJing and we stopped doing what Rap Attack or Rampage did, which was attract women, because we was too far up our own whatever, our own wazoo, because we were just into the DJ techniques. But I was never a hip hop fan. That's the first thing. When I first started, I wasn't into hip hop, and the reason being is because I'd been to the States, and when you watch, you know, like all the big labels, so you'd see Rammelsy and KZ, but they're on the bus with me. You get on the what they call a dollar van, right? And they're on the bus with me, but you know, I got a gold chain and you ain't got jack squat, bro. You're on the bus with me, you know. So it it put me off, and also coming from a reggae background, reggae had more style but no content. There was no storytelling, whereas rap had storytelling but no style. That's how I saw it anyway. And then one day, I was, in fact, no, I'm going far ahead. I'll come back to the Rakim story. But so, as far as trying to get everything to make sense for everybody that's listening, so I'm going like this with some kind of lineage so you know where I'm going. So, Paul Oakenfold lived in Boston, right? He came back to the UK and he was looking for somebody who did hip hop. And we were at the top of the tree. He reached out to us. He had a record pool, which was record pools were that thing where people gave records, and then you'd pay a fee, and you'd get whatever you get in the box of records. But Paul, because of who we didn't pay for them. He just gave us a whole load of records, and so we then learned about things like Thompson Twins and all this kind of thing. So because it was whatever was available, and that's when Paul said, "Oh, Alistair, aka Wizkid, is coming over. We want someone to practice." You know, we found all these people. We found. I mean, hung out with Houdini, Mike Tyson, Fat Five Freddy, and Fat Five Freddy. I'm still friends to up to this day. Like I have his number is in my phone, so I can call him. Yeah, he's one of the only people, probably him and Chris Kerris, one of the only people. Kerris one doesn't have a phone, very hard to get hold of. You literally have to call 9 people to maybe you might get him, you know. So anyway, Paul said, "Look, new music seminars coming up. You guys should do it." So we practiced like crazy, but it didn't work out for us. But what happened was it was a different level of clubbing, different level of clubbing. So we got to go to the Roxy. We went to I forgot the name of the club where Larry Levan used to play. So I've actually stood in the booth with Larry Levan, right?
Can we just explain to people what Roxy is and who Larry is?
Okay, so Roxy is a place run by Lady Blue. It was a skating rink, and I think it might have been a Friday or Saturday, it turned into a hip hop club.
It was the venue that was also in Beat Street, right?
Right.
Right.
So the DJ booth was like this in the middle. Africa Islam was the DJ in the middle, and everybody stood around. At that point, because Paul knew everybody, at that the night that we went, it was me, Max, Bert, Herbie, Madonna, Houdini, Bambata, Flash, and his crew were literally hanging out. And I remember all these boys running behind Madonna and her complaining to Bam that they won't leave her alone. It's like, yeah, because your dress is a belt. You know what I mean? That's why. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, girl. Do you know what I mean? I know it's not right, but that is the reason. You know. So yeah, we did that. We saw Trouble Funk at the Ritzy. So then we also went to probably one of my best, fondest memories was the Funhouse where Jellybean was the DJ, right? But that was just incredible because when you DJ, you usually have a monitor, right? And you have the monitor next to you. So I'm left sided, so it's usually on my left side. And you do the mix, and then you can hear everything in the monitor. What Jellybean had was a massive room like this, and he was quite short. And his records, he had like, I swear to God, the records must have been about almost 6 foot high, the 12 inches. I thought at some point they're going to drop, but I was like, well, they've been there a while because they haven't fallen over. But the most fascinating thing was that was a sound booth where he did the mix and then he flicked and it went out to the crowd. Like he flicked a button, he went out to the crowd like that. And I watched them through the funhouse was like the DJ booth. The front part was a clown's mouth. And so if you see it online, you'll see it's a clown thing, right? But the clown, and you watch the B-boys and the B-girls in the front there, it was just something else. And so it's very Spanish, so it's very Hispanic. So it would be freestyle along with whatever hip-hop records were going on. And it was just like, wow, let's go back to Africa Islam. So, oh God, wow, story. So I'm about to leave London to go to perform in the competition. And this record comes in, and I'm like, this record is going to change everything. So I said to Graham, RIP, he's just passed away. Graham Lambden was the export boss, but he was also my boss in terms of me ordering, and he let me do whatever I want because I was the clubber and I was the DJ. So this is while at Lightning Records, and he says to me, what are you going to do before you leave? So I said, I need to order 10,000 of this record. He's like, right, if these records are here when you come back, you are fired. Don't worry about that. Inside I'm going, it was Herbie Hancock Rocket. You know? Because I heard it, I was like, this record's out of here.
Gone.
So at that
If you
point,
were sorry, if you were young when that record came out, you'd understand why.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that
So
record changed everything for real.
it's a bit like somebody dropping a Little Wayne record or Kendrick Lamar record now. So, but it was an instrumental, but it had scratching on it, which was one of the first ones. So it had DST on it. So I ordered the record. We got 10,000. Off I go to New York to take part in the DJ competition. Then we start going out, and when we walk into the Roxy, this remember now we've only just discovered it in London. Africa Islam, as we walked in, he's finished cutting the record up, takes it off of the no, sorry. He goes, this is the last time I'm playing this record, I'm fed up of this. Plays it, then takes it and throws it into the crowd. But that's Rocket. Remember, I've only just discovered it. And he's thrown it into the crowd. But this is where everything changed for me from a DJ point of view. His next record was David Bowie, Let's Dance.